and good afternoon. We are about to see New South Wales under-17s play against the Queensland under-17 regional team. Queensland have two under-17s teams this year. We've stepped out with such a big state and so many outstanding netballers that we thought, let's give it a go. We've got a throw in by Queensland. New South Wales are playing man on by the looks of it. They've got everybody covered and they've tipped it, and now it's all in their control. Nice steadying of the play there. Oops. All right, Queensland get it back. The boys from the regional team in Queensland have been through a mammoth ordeal just to get here. We've got players from Cairns, 3 from Townsville, Toowoomba. Our manager comes from Mount Isa. Our assistant coach from Townsville as well. Our head coach, Mars, he's from Brizzy. And believe it or not, these guys have had 2 training sessions, 2 major training weekends where they introduced themselves to each other and trained, did drills, skills, etc. And we have Queensland in control of the ball again. No score just yet by the looks. Nope, I haven't missed anything while I've been chatting away to you. And goal number 1 for Queensland, regional. Yes, so they've done a lot really to get here. Their cost to get backwards and forwards to those training camps and accommodation is huge. But that just shows you how much passion there is for young men to play netball. Okay, New South Wales have our possession. Oh, okay, nope, he didn't keep possession, so it wasn't a step. So, goal defence is out of play. You can see everyone looks a little bit hesitant to feed that ball out, like pass it, make a decision, go with it. I'm not 100% sure where these two are on the ladder, but they like a nice fast game. Something happened. Could have been a step. I didn't see the hand signal. Yep, great competition there. 2 guys just striving evenly for the ball. No contact because there's no interference. Oh, stepping. Must be a bit of game nerves going on here. A few little simple errors. And we're playing the ball very fast down the court. Nice clean leads there by Queensland. And nice little lob into the shooter, but we've got a penalty pass, a shot, and goal number 2 for Queensland. Centre pass, Queensland, straight up to the pocket. Nice even play. Oh, what a great jump over the top. Now, the reason there's no infringement there is because he started from 3 feet away. If that player had have released that ball and he tipped it, that would have been totally legal. That's the exciting thing about men's netball. The stuff they can do, it is phenomenal. Right, New South Wales throw in. Goal defence has possession, now off to centre. What are we doing? New South Wales getting a bit caught behind their defenders here. So that ball was just a bit out of place, so didn't quite make it. Luckily, a Queenslander must have touched that. And Queensland first possession. So the New South Wales shooter contacted. Back into Queensland possession now. All right, we've got everybody free. New South Wales needs to possibly preempt what the Queenslanders want to do. Try to stop them from doing and getting that nice clean drive. Okay. Yep, resetting again. Got the goal shooter right in front, nice and easy. And it's an attempt by goal shooter. Okay, ball's off the court. Here we go. Everyone's setting up, holding their spot, trying to get into position. Oh, just into the fingertips. Oh, he must have dragged. Okay, 3 feet, hands over. We're trying to make that difficult for that keeper to get that ball away easily, but he got penalised and put out. Okay. New South are getting a bit of a run on here, so that's great to see. Oops. Shooter finally got himself into that front space, and goal attack missed that. So he swung the ball, but they're back in possession, so that's all that matters. Now we've got both Queenslanders out of play. Oh, missed goal by goal attack from New South. Queensland possession again. Stepping again. Maybe the boys are playing just a fraction too fast. Need to control their feet. Oh. Change over again. All right. Okay, New South is starting to get in front. They're starting to man up now and try and cover their opponent to stop them getting the ball so easily. Another goal for Queensland, and it's 4-0 at the moment. All right, so our goal attack is Justice. Another nice, easy shot for Justice. Doing great. Centre for New South Wales. We have Noah Stevenson starting that play. And, little nudge there, so it's, oh no, he called it out. Nice clean feed there off to the sideline, and was a contact. Nice. Nicely placed ball that was. When they place the ball, the feeders to the shooters, we want to place it away from where the defender is so they can't get tips and hands to it. All right, Queensland centre pass. Oh, great tip by the goal defence from New South Wales. Good drive and opening up those channels. They've got quite a lot of balance in their game in the New Queensland team. A lot of the boys, they're not used to playing, say, channels or the way a natural female netballer would. You know, we've got boys that have come across from basketball. We've got an AFL player, a couple of league players, and even a rugby union player who we lost 2 weeks ago due to a knee injury. So, you know, they don't just play netball. They can play all sports. We lost a young man last week, just before we left through to COVID, which must have been heartbreaking for him after all the work and effort that they've been doing. They've had home training programs. And another beautiful shot by Justice from Queensland. That gives us 6-1. Great defence by Queensland, 3 players there, and a beautiful pass. Oh dear, what have we got? Oh, he must have contacted into the back of the goalkeeper there. What a shame. It was great vision, great vision. And there was a pass that was placed just out of the way of the defender, but just too far out of the way for the shooter to get to it. Here we go, New South have possession. Nice open court space, which is fabulous to see. New South Wales throw in. Let's see how they set up so that you can see the goal shooter looking around to see where everybody is so he knows what space he's got to move into. It's pretty good perception for 17-year-olds. A few of them are only 15 and 16. I am aware that somewhere in the competition we've got even some 13 and 14-year-olds playing in the under-17s, which is wonderful to see. It shows you our future is on its way to a healthy start. Well, got a great little intercept there. I think that's Austin from Queensland, if I'm correct. Yes, it was Austin Wood. Oh, sorry, I looked down for the name and missed that intercept. Nice little tip there, Queensland, but New South Wales must have just gone offside. Okay, yes, New South Wales have really picked up their man-on defence now. The Queensland team don't have so much freedom to run now, so that's a good sign. Another score, another goal by Queensland, 7-1 is our score. Oh, that was being a little bit too easy there, the Queensland goal attack. Just flicking the ball up rather than taking the time to make it a proper pass, get it to its space in the right place. Okay, another goal. We're 8-1. Queensland, New South Wales centre pass. Good drive out by our goal attack. Now see that he didn't come running straight back into the pack. He knew to keep space on the court. And he's inside the shooting circle, but chooses not to shoot. And Queensland tip it out. New South Wales throw in. Okay, so the wing attack's been pushed across to the sideline, which sort of stopped that set move from the goal shooter and giving him a couple of options. He only ended up with one option. However, now Queensland have contacted and we give New South Wales a penalty pass or shot, and it's now 8-2 to Queensland. Okay, great defence by New South. Everybody was covered, so it put a little bit of pressure on the decision of the centre. That's what we want to do. We want our presence out there so that it's not just catch and throw. We want to shut down what options our opposition give us. Just being near your opponent is your presence pressure. Okay, we're looking around. The Queensland team are looking. Nice, clean backline move there by Queensland goal attack. Another goal, 9-2. Okie doke. New South Wales centre. We've got wing defence backing up from that centre pass as an option, because Queensland have closed down what the New South Wales options are. Yep, great drive there by wing attack, making it, opening up the court. Centre's backing it up. Oh, nice idea, centre. Nice idea. Just didn't come off for him, that's all. Need just a little bit more placement on that ball so it goes to the hands of the goal shooter. Yep. Nice little step. Oh, quick little goal by goal shooter from New South Wales. Queensland centre pass. Here we go. Oh, almost got by the goal attack from New South Wales. Would have been a great pick-off if he was able to get a finger to that and change its direction. Queensland have possession again. Nice clean feed into our goal shooter. And it's a goal. New South Wales centre pass. Yep, our options aren't coming to New South. We're just one option at a time. We need to have two really hungry for the ball. That's it. Well done, centre. He's hungry. Oh, stepping call. But he was the only one showing hunger. Come on. They're coming. Yep, here they go. They're fighting really hard in defence, the New South Wales team, to shut down what options Queensland can offer. Yep, another stepping call to the shooter. The step call there was because he still had his foot on the ground when he took that possession, but he didn't realise it. By replacing his foot on the ground, makes it a step. We've got a contact call. Whether it's accidental or on purpose, any interference with your opponent is contact. And we have a Queensland throw in. Now we're trying to, Queensland are trying to make space, but New South Wales is blocking them off, which is good. However, they get that run on. Their timing's really nice and neat in that Queensland side. Good timing getting out on the ball, not going too early, not waiting too long. Okay, New South in possession. And just keep that possession. No. We had some call. I missed what the umpire's hand signals were. Oh, awesome tip there by goal defence from New South Wales. Came through, tipped it out of the way. That was excellent effort. Just running to chase the ball. Time's being put on hold. And here we go. Ready. Queensland throw in. Great options. That means New South Wales didn't give it Queensland many options there, so we had to throw back to the transverse. And there's a silly pass trying to decoy the defender, but the shooter didn't know either, so it was lost. New South Wales have that ball. Queensland have now obstructed. Gives New South Wales more time to get into position, which is what we want. Who wants the ball next? Yep, wow, that's a great, nice pass. Somebody open. And we had somebody tip that ball. It was Queensland wing attack. Sorry, those bibs are really hard to read from all the way up here. And we have Queensland possession again, and a obstruction, and Queensland goal by goal shooter. That gives us 11-3, Queensland in front. Nice, clean, easy centre pass. Oh, great intercept there by the keeper. Good tip. Okay, Queensland centre comes through, just tips that ball as the other boy had possession, player had possession. That's a contact. Once again, as I said, it interferes. Okay, what do we do? Oh, we're waiting for a player to climb over the chairs to get back on court. A little bit like Thunderbirds last week. Nice. Oh, perfect pass. That was really well placed. And there's our timer. It's 11-3, Queensland leading. And everybody now will go back to their bench, grab their drink, and get all their instructions from their coach. Often they'll sit in their benches as shooters, mid-quarters, defenders, and that way the coach can give instruction to shooters. The mid-quarters can hear because they need to know what that is, and same as we go down the line. So we can see the Queensland coach has got quite a good structure over there because he's got everybody lined up. Got the assistant coach, Chrissy, she's from Townsville. The boys that have been up north, she's been running training programs with them. They meet a few times a week and do all their training sessions. They have video meetings. They had video meetings, and the two coaches put together fitness sessions and ball drills and footwork drills. So, you know, they want to be here. They've done a lot to get here. So, you know, Queensland is very, very proud of those boys. The New South Wales camp, they're all in a deep huddle. Lots of talk there and pointing, you know, you go here, let's do this. You go off that side, I'll go this side. You can see what's happening in those talks. It's very exciting. The men's netball is just another level, and this is an example of our future open men's. Most of the states play against their Suncorp Super Netball teams. I know in Queensland, our open men's team, they play against Firebirds and Lightning for training sessions. New South Wales have been doing the same with Swifts for years. I'm pretty sure Victoria has the same. I'm not 100%, but I definitely know New South and Queensland do. It's fantastic training because you think if they're the best female players we've got, well, they need somebody to challenge them. And the men's netball does that. It's a great game. I'll leave you to that so I can just take a little swig of water. Okay, so they've had their pep talk and they're back on court with their new strategies and what they're going to do. Let's see. And we've got New South Wales centre pass, and they're off the blocks fast as. Unfortunately, keeper from Queensland just got that in the way of that pass, so it's now back in Queensland possession. Here we go. And beautiful drive by goal defence from New South Wales. He can read that play really well. That's what you need in a defender. Somebody who can see where it's going and what they're trying to set up. And we've got a nice little tidy lob into Queensland goal shooter. Score is now 12-3, Queensland centre pass. And, aerial ball. That's a bit of a waste, bit of a head rush there. You know, come flying through, no options coming out, so it just flicks the ball back and unfortunately lost it, but that's okay because they've won it back. No, they've lost it again. All right, New South Wales centre checks out his options. Nice little tidy pass. Oh, wow. Great backup and follow up to get that rebound from the New South Wales goal attack. Well done. Okay, New South Wales centre, yes. They've got that little spark back again. Good to see. Goal shooter gets free and he steps, unfortunately. He needed to hang that foot in the air maybe and reset himself to get his balance. Queensland moved that ball very quickly and now wing defence comes through and tips it out. Defenders are pretty cool. They understand and see what's happening, so challenge all the way. Don't back out. You've got every right to get that ball as the attacker has. Okay, so we've got a feed in. Oh, nicely placed feed there by Queensland. And another goal. So we've got a 13-4 to Queensland with a Queensland centre pass. They're coming down the court quite fast. And once we get into the circle, the defence end for New South Wales, they're pretty switched on. They know and they're getting set up before the ball gets there. That's what you want to see in your defence end. You don't want them to just watch the game and then jump on in at the last moment. They need to predict and what we call in netball, deny. Deny them the space or the position that that opponent wants. Okay, New South Wales in possession again, and they've brought that ball up nice and easy. And that looked like such a good shot. It was almost on, but they missed that shot. Queensland in possession, brought that ball down, and centre, big drop ball, but the shooter just didn't quite get to it. Okay, New South again. It's a bit like a tennis match today. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh dear, just a little bit too much touch on that pass. He's quite not that tall. Queensland in possession, easy throw in. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of bunching there. However, one of those Queensland players and the New South Wales centre, they were the only ones in the other channel. That's why they got that possession. You don't want everybody in the same space in netball because remember, if you're there, so is your opponent. Oh, two on one. They wanted to get that ball. Unfortunately, they both contacted. And are they both out? Yes, they are. So Queensland penalty pass and straight in. Nice, tidy passing there. An obstruction by the goal defence of New South. And that's another goal for Queensland. The score is now 14-4. Goal attack's out. Goal attack from New South. He wants that ball. He wants it bad. He's in everything. He's like, see, he's like, I'm here, I'm here. Hand up. And lovely shot. He moves quite well too for a younger player. He knows how to get away from his opponent, which again, you need to be able to do. Big pass, again, not placed so perfectly, so New South Wales were able to get a hand to it. And now, oops, yep, another step. Sometimes we just get a little bit too fast for ourselves, so we've got to, sometimes coming out of that back line, you need to pull it up. Somebody needs to go, stop, and use the 3 seconds so that the rest of the team can catch up with you. Queensland backline throw in. Now we've got New South obstructed, so it gives Queensland the ball again. And we've got a pass into goal attack and a goal. And I think our goal attack is Justice again. Unfortunately, I don't know who's in what position. And centre, New South Wales has possession. We've got a penalty pass or shot for New South Wales. Again, like I said, goal attack. He wants that ball, and he got that goal. Well done. Queensland centre pass. The score's 15-6. So, options. Where are your options? Big drop over the back into a space where nobody was, which meant that Queensland got that ball easily. Oh, great defence from New South Wales. I love that. 2 hands straight up. That's where the ball's going, and that's what you want. Right, again, little New South Wales goal attack. He's in it. He wants it. He's making that move. He's the link player at the moment. He's the one that's giving all the options. New South Wales score, and it's now 15-7. Queensland better not rest on their laurels. I tell you, New South Wales are coming back. Oh, what a shame. New South Wales called for contact. Queensland have the ball. I thought that was a very closely contested possession there. Goal. Queensland goal shooter shot that. And Queensland centre pass. Oh, another intercept. Goal defence. Oh, that's good. So Queensland did obstruct. So he gets possession and he gets rewarded for all that hard work he's been doing. Again, goal attack. He's the one making the plays. He's the one getting open. And goal again. So we've now got 16-8, Queensland way. New South Wales are just finding some rhythm here. Nice big pass over to goal defence. Wing attack's free as a bird there. Nobody really defending. Just floating around out there, Queensland are. And, oops, unfortunately lost possession there, and that's what we call a replay, because he had hold of the ball, he lost it, and then he got it again without anybody touching it. So we call that replay. If you tip the ball, it's not replay, because the rule book does state that you can tip the ball. You can bounce the ball, but you can't have possession, lose possession, and gain it again. And Queensland in possession. New South Wales, they're defending very well down here. They're smart, they know to try and block the shooters from getting too close to the post. Great 3 feet and a great jump from goalkeeper. He's quite smart, this goalkeeper from New South. He knows what he needs to do. He's setting up already, he's getting into position. He's trying to read the play of the ball and what side it's on. And I missed that because I was too busy watching the keeper do a great job. Oh, good tip there from Queensland goal defence. Pats his New South Wales opponent on the back. That's camaraderie. I love it. You know, we might be in maroon and blue and we might, you know, be enemies on court to some degree, but at the end of the day, we all come home mates and we all have the same passion. We all love the same sport. And we're all here to be the best we can be. And what a great goal there from goal attack from New South Wales. That was a beautiful textbook version of Australian shooting style. Up over the head, followed through from the feet right through to the tips of the fingers. Okay, we've got New South in possession again. Goal attack refeeds, not in that comfy zone that he likes. All the defenders were putting a little bit too much pressure on, and we've got another goal by goal attack New South Wales, and the score is now 17-10. Okie dokie, we've got Queensland centre. Big pass, but again, you know, the wrong option. There's a big bunch of people in there, and there's a player on the other side of the court in a safe channel. We didn't use that. We've got to use our vision and be aware of each other. Okay, Austin from Queensland is the goal defence at the moment. And Ruben is wing attack. So they are playing the ball around, got the ball in, Ruben refeeding from Queensland. And 2 New South Wales defenders shooting, and neither are out. And they sort of waiting for the umpire, but no call, so they played on. Great tip there. Whoa, down the court very fast. Very fast. That could be, what did she call? I think she may have called contact because keeper's standing out of play. Our goal attack, our super shooter, and gets that ring every time. And goal shooter, another attempt. Goal attack takes possession, and we've got a goal. Ooh, it's only 6 goals. Let's go New South Wales centre pass. Nice big high ball to that goal defence. I think he's now a centimetre taller from that jump. Again, strongly contested by that the Queensland players. New South Wales are working the ball around just to keep Queensland on their feet so they don't get to be able to just shut them down and not be able to move. Beautiful lob straight into shooter. Shooter attempt. Gives it to the goal attack for the penalty pass, and it's another goal. 5 goals. I think the Queensland coach must be getting a bit sweaty. His hands must be getting a bit sweaty there. All right, Queensland now have to think about their passing, think about their choices. New South Wales obstruction and a missed goal by Queensland. Maybe they're feeling the pressure. Maybe that was just bad luck. So we've got an intercept now from Queensland. They're slowing it down. Ooh, too slow. Held ball. What a shame. They were just trying to bring that calm back into their game rather than chase. Great defence there by the Queensland goalkeeper. Unfortunately, gets pulled for contact. The umpire, she's there. She sees it up close and personal. She knows what really happens. And our little shooter from New South Wales scores another. New South Wales centre pass. That was a Queensland centre pass, and New South Wales capitalised on it. They've come out hungry, our New South Wales boys. They want to play, and they're bringing it to the Queensland team. Nothing is ever an assured thing in these games. Right to the last minute, every player will fight. Oh, and there it is. There's his beautiful bomb shot. Goal attack, New South Wales. I think he might get my player of the match. Okay, Queensland centre pass and New South Wales wing defence? Contacts? Is it wing defence? Can't tell. I'm so sorry. I can't see the bibs from here. Nice speedy pass into shooter. Goal defence is out of play. Queensland goal. It's been a few minutes since Queensland scored, so they might be feeling it now. Might be feeling that pinch. Again, goal defence, free as a bird, so that was a great option. Yep, stepping. Just happened to put that foot down again. Queensland possession. And everyone's running backwards. The only person running forwards was a New South Wales player. And that's why they've got possession. And big long pass, chasing the ball down off to the other court. So it should, what's it called? It looks like New South Wales could have contacted. And great tip there by goal shooter. Queensland throw in. Where's our options? Yep, Queensland. New South Wales are really pushing them in close. I don't know if it's intentional, but they are. They're crowding them. It makes it so much harder to move the ball freely when, if there's 3 of your team and 3 of the opposition, it's a crowd. So the idea is to keep that space and that awareness of the presence of everybody on the court, so there's not too much crowding and room to move onto the ball, just like the goal attack did. Missed shot, but he does a lot of work on the outside as well. So, you know, if he misses a few, that's fine, and he got another goal. So we're getting down close. We've only got 16, 15 seconds left. Queensland centre pass. Honestly, New South Wales have definitely won this quarter. And Queensland score another goal in those last seconds. They're not going to run back, because if you pass that ball on that centre pass, it's taken, regardless whether the hooter went or if anyone catches it or not. So it's best to keep your possession and let that last half second run down. Now the New South Wales camp looks really excited, and they're clapping, and one boy jumping up and down. That's fabulous. They know they're niggling away and they're worrying Queensland now. So that's fantastic. That's how exciting our games can be. Might look like you're going to lose. It doesn't mean that, because you use your brains as well as your talent and your skill. I'll leave you to it. So once again, I'll give you a break from my voice. All right, we're coming back, second half. I'm sure there was some big, serious conversations in the Queensland camp. It's only 4 the difference now. So let's see if New South Wales can hold their control over the possession and the game. And it might take it right to the final whistle. We've had plenty of them this weekend so far. Oh, it's a Tuesday, it's not the weekend anymore. Okay, New South Wales centre pass. Our goal attack is on fire again, making good, clear positional space, so it's easy to get the ball to him. And nice high, another great goal. Somebody has taught that guy how to shoot. Queensland, centre pass. Oops. Breaking. So New South have possession again. It's those silly little errors, as they say, coach killers, that change. And when their games are close, they're just so detrimental. It not only affects the score, but it gets into the heads of the players. Nice shot once again. It's 2 goals of difference. New South centre pass, and a little bit too much touch on that ball. Goes out of court. Queensland are in possession. They get their second chance. Let's go. Okay. Queensland looking for options. New South Wales, all you could see, I'm sure from where he was standing, all he could see was blue. All the Queenslanders were a little bit behind instead of coming forward and making their breaks, timing their turn. Right? Pass or shot, Queensland scores. Queensland centre pass now. So they got that back from New South, that last centre pass. Oops. And what is the call? Ooh, out of court. Okie doke. The way the Queensland player looked around, he was wondering if something happened there. New South comes up with the ball again. And oops, another step. Centre court. So let's Queensland, no one's coming forward, everyone's running backwards, which makes this so much harder to get a nice tidy ball to your own team. And that's why New South Wales keeps coming up with the ball. They're harassing, they're taking up their space. It's their presence pressure that I mentioned before. They're just there. It puts doubt into the mind of the person throwing the ball. So we've got our goal attack, free. Nice pass down to our centre from New South. Shooter's holding his space. He's got his hand up, but they can't see him. Oops, we have a contact that may have hurt somebody. Nope, I'm not hurt. I'm going to play. I'm good. Good on you. That was wing attack. New South Wales wing attack. Well done, buddy. He does not want to come off the court. He's going to keep playing. Might have a bad bruise. Goal attack scores again. It's now 20-18. Queensland only just leading, and it's a New South Wales centre pass. Goal attack off the line. Oops, another step. Queensland now in possession, and we need players coming forward in this team. Yep, nice little tidy pop in front. And the shooter was holding space, but the ball wasn't put into the right space. So Queensland give over the ball, the possession to New South. And we have nice, clear, open channels from the New South Wales team. You can see there's quite a lot of court balance there. Nobody's in each other's area. And unfortunately, just those tiny little simple things letting them down. Queensland in possession. Goal attack feeding off to wing attack for a nice little feed into shooter. However, that goal defence from New South Wales that keeps tipping that ball and shutting down that play, got it again. Whoops. We have a collision up here between 2 players, and Queensland is put out of play. And, oh, well played goal attack from New South Wales. That is using your brain. Let the ball do some work for you and get you closer to the post. Nice goal there, New South Wales. They've got their mojo happening now. Now Queensland need to really focus and keep their heads screwed on. Don't let the head space ruin their skill set. They've got everybody out on that court has the skill set. Now it's the control and the smart decisions that makes the difference in the game. Queensland scores 21-19. New South Wales centre. And again, we've got goal attack coming out. If I was the Queensland coach, I would be trying to shut that goal attack down. He makes the play for that team. And nice feed in, but Queensland comes up with possession. No, they don't. It was out of court, and once again, the New South Wales goal attack makes the play. Unfortunately, loses it, and Queensland have possession. That's it, the control. Wait till the pass is free. Queensland are now using their heads. Wait until it's safe and it's clear before you force or pass that ball through. Queensland goal, 22-19. And it looks like a Queensland centre. No? Yep, it is. Oof, that was a centre pass that he wasn't going to miss. And, oh, that was a risk. I feel that there's vision into the circle, yet there was a player that could have been a safer option to get the ball closer to the circle. Those long balls in men's netball are a bit dangerous. When they come off, they're fabulous, but you've got to remember that every aerial player that you have, the opposition has as well. So those long balls, big, high, slow balls, they're the ones that get eaten up by defenders that go hunting. So we don't want those. Right, so we're waiting for Queensland to take their penalty. And wing defence making a nice open space there. Wasn't used, so he's going to go back to balancing the court. Goal shooter loses the ball. No, contact must have been. Now it's New South Wales possession. And big swing over by the goal attack. Comes around the front. And possession is lost, but oh, must have been a contact call or something. Now New South score again. 23-20. Queensland centre pass, and centre pass is lost. The goal attack stopped driving. The New South Wales defender kept going and the ball went straight out of court. So again, simple things by letting your headspace be affected, making silly errors. Okay, that was a short pass by the looks. Queensland end up with the ball. Let's see what they can do with it. We need clean, open options. Yep, we're getting them little nice bit of rhythm back there for the Queensland team. It's not on, so they're waiting. Oh, and yep, bit of a decoy, and our goalkeeper from New South Wales tips that away. Again, they're not looking for all their options. They're just seeing one and just forcing that ball in. Sometimes when you've played in a team and it's been easy, you develop habits. It's the player that can think and adjust to what's happening on court, to what your opponent's doing, to the rhythm of the game, that becomes an outstanding player, because he can think as well as pass, shoot, defend, etc. Okay, New South Wales only 2 down, and it's a New South Wales centre pass. And we've got lots of New South Wales options here. Nice and easy, and Queensland comes up with the ball in that little mess there, trying to get the ball, and New South Wales tips it out. Right, you can see New South setting up, trying to cover somebody. Every Queenslander has a New South Welshman on them, so there's no easy options, and it must be an incorrect throw-in. And New South Wales now have possession once again. Up, up, up. A little bit of handball there. One of those players thought that was funny. You can see a little smile on his face. And goal attack, New South Wales shoots another perfect goal. Wow. 1 goal the difference. Queensland centre. Who would have thought that by the beginning scores? It's fabulous. Stepping call made. New South end up with the possession again. Yep, they're not rushing anything. Oh, that was unfortunately the wrong option. He should have picked the wing attack down in the pocket, I feel. But you live and learn. And that's what it's all about. Pressure, the intensity. Great defence there by goal defence, attempting that ball. Queensland rushes their shot. Misses. Now New South get the backline throw in. Well done. He knew he was about to step, so he hung that foot. New South Wales open. When there's plenty of space, you've got plenty of options. Contact in the back. There you go. That's a gentleman. Help your opponent up. Wing attack sets the top of the circle, so it opens 2 options for that centre. And goal attack shoots another beautiful goal. It is now 23 all. New South Wales centre pass. Oh my gosh. The pressure is on both teams. That pass just had a little bit too much power on it. Now it's out of court. Queensland get a chance. What are they going to do? Are they going to be able to keep their focus? Play safe, netball, don't force the silly balls in. If you've got possession of the ball, the opposition can't score. Even if it takes 10 passes to get the ball to the shooter, it's better to do that than to force that glory pass that looks fantastic if it comes off, but doesn't. And Queensland now scores. Now it's their centre pass. Get that little tip in front, and that'll take a little bit of pressure off them, but not enough for them to rest on their laurels. New South got the ball again. Nice open space, but, oh, saved by goal attack. No, whistle's gone. That would have been great netball if there wasn't a penalty called then. Looked fantastic. All right. New South Wales have got to the circle and everybody else is catching up. Goal attack in possession for another shot, but passes off to goal shooter. Now both defenders for Queensland are out as the goal defence just contacted. Goal attack shoots again, and it's back to a draw. New South Wales centre. 2 open options there. Nice little clean pass. Our defence in the Queensland team seems to be not as tight as I think it could be. When New South Wales are sticking with their players and at least in the vicinity of every player. Queensland in possession. They need options coming to the ball. Oh, great pass and a lucky shot. That was good. That was very good. But if they don't come off, they're hard to take. So it's just very lucky that Queensland, well, they had possession, but New South Wales got it again. And goal shooter is not only a men's netball player, but I think he's a gymnast, the way he just got up off the ground there. I've got a sore back just watching. Okay, what do we have? We have a Queensland throw-in, and there's 1 goal the difference. And I think every pass now is going to be contested by everybody. Well, it should be. Alrighty, here we go. Queensland shot, fakes to the side, but steps in. And that means the defender doesn't have to back off if he was 3 feet to start with. And Queensland ends up with possession and scores. That was a lucky score. And now we've got New South Wales centre pass. They're in possession, they're not rushing anything. Nice and easy, cool and calm. Good little pass into the goal shooter. But unfortunately, shooter used the elbow to hold the keeper off, so he lost possession. Queensland have the ball, it's 26-24. So they're only just in front. A penalty called there on the centre. Now the pass is taken into the goal attack and scores. 27-24 is our score. Queensland leading, Queensland centre pass. Oops, a bounce pass that didn't go down, but time's run out. Whew, I think Queensland are saying, thank golly gosh, that time ran out in that quarter. That's an excellent effort by New South. They were quite behind in that first quarter. Now they've come up and it's pretty hectic. This last quarter is going to be a doozy. Just have a break and I'll be back shortly. Well, we're back to the cruncher quarter. Whoa, anything can happen here. Now, this is where fitness comes down to it. When you're fit as a netballer, it means that you can think clearly when you're on court, when the pressure's on. So most of the state teams do put quite a bit of work into netball fitness. However, it's a different type of mental fitness as well that is required, not just physical, like this little scrum on the ground. I wonder if he's one of the AFL players that we have amongst us. Okay, oops, New South Wales got their possession back with a great tip, and we're into the goals already. Goal attack sinks that ball. New South Wales won that last quarter by 1. So now Queensland only have a 2-point lead, 27-25. They have to work very hard to keep that, keep their possession, score every centre pass, and stop as many centre passes from New South Wales as they can. All right, we've got a Queensland throw in. Where's our options? Great options. Fantastic defence by New South Wales. Shut that down very well. Okay, looks like we have a penalty pass or shot. Queensland get another chance, and we've got a goal. Queensland is now 28, New South Wales 26. No. Were we going to put that score on? Score's not gone up yet, but I'm sure it's 28-26, if I remember correctly. Yep, it's gone up. Okay, we're back in the circle. New South Wales goal shooter scores. He looked like he was going to pass off, but decided to shoot, and I'm glad he did, because now they've got another goal. Queensland in possession. Shooter setting himself up quite well, getting a better space, doing it again. Oh, that is so hard to defend. that goalkeeper, at least he had a go. A lot of keepers just stand back and don't even try. They just let the shooter move themselves in. So well done, New South Wales keeper. And that's a goal to Queensland, 29-26 they lead. New South Wales in possession. And nobody was coming forward, so they had to go backwards and reset to open up the court. Again, everybody's running backwards, but they tried to find their goal attack in the circle and just couldn't quite make it. Goalkeeper tips it away, but New South Wales end up with possession. And now, big pass, big swing. Goal shooters in possession, and another goal by New South. 29-27. Is that correct? So, let's see. Queensland in possession, misses the ball. That was lucky. Queensland, oh, another obstruction outside, yet Queensland had the ball under the post, which is a shame. But umpire's blown the whistle. Whistle has to be taken. Attempt at goal, misses. Refeeds and resets. The attempt at goal again by goal shooter. They miss. Now New South Wales possession. Nobody's coming forward for him. And the pass just didn't quite come off. We've got a tip outside, so Queensland in possession again. All right, that's it. So who's coming forward for the ball? And it was centre, and they've lost it already. Wow, that pressure, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. It's trying to get that ball through a bit too fast, and we're just losing it. It's not that perfect placement that they need in these pressure situations. Goal attack tries for a long shot and misses. Queensland backline throw-in, open. Nice drive up there by goal defence to back up. Coming through, big swing, and goal shooter pops out, misses, but it rolls into goal attack's hands. Unfortunately, he attempts a goal and misses as well. So New South Wales moving the ball quite easily down the court. Unfortunately, Queensland intercepts that ball. Well, unfortunately for New South Wales, it's fortunate for Queensland. Queensland had possession, but everyone was running away from him. Someone needs to stop and come forward. Not everybody, just somebody. It's always a rule of thumb that you have two options coming forward. However, pressure situations, national titles, sore bodies, bruises, and youth. This could be, and most probably is, all of their first nationals ever. It's a whole new kettle of fish. Okay, time is stopped, or no, it's not. Okay, penalty pass or shot, New South Wales. And they get the goal. Again, we go down to 1 point the difference. 29 to Queensland, 28 to New South. New South centre pass. So we've got lots of New South Wales moving, but the defensive line for Queensland, we're really just standing flat. New South Wales shoots, back to a draw. New South Wales have fought hard. Queensland needs to control, steady, talk to each other. Okay, he's checking his options, trying to get a better option, goal shooter to set himself up. Penalty pass called, penalty pass or shot, and Queensland scores. I'm really sorry I can't say the players' names. Unfortunately, I don't know who is where or how. I know a little bit about the Queensland players because I'm from Queensland. I would have loved to have had a little bit more history for New South Wales, but I hope it's been enough for you to see your boys playing. That's both states. Oh, awesome pass there by a wing attack, straight across the top of the circle. Centre blocks off his opponent to feed his goal attack. Goal attack does the same. Sets for a position, but he feeds off to goal shooter, and goal shooter scores the ball. Back to a draw, 30 all. Queensland centre pass. Goal attacks off the line quickly, but too quickly, thinks the umpire. So he's out of play. Coach killer, as they say. Oops, there's a contact. Now, unfortunately, when we contact like that unnecessarily, and he's just been given a warning, it takes a player out of the game. So if you don't need to, don't. And Queensland have possession. And who's forward? Great, nice coming forward there by goal defence. Contact by New South Wales goal attack. That's it, one at a time, come forward, create space. That's it. They just need to time their breaks again like they were in the first half of the game. Whoops, yep, nobody's ball. Queensland end up with the ball. Now, it's a little bit wild and loose. We need somebody to take control and steady, I feel. Yep, here we go. Yep, goal shooter smart, resets to get that defender out of the way. Ball goes across to goal attack, and goal attack scores. It's now 31-30, New South Wales leading just. New South Wales centre pass. And we have New South Wales in possession. Nice little swing by the goal attack, driving to follow it. Goal shooter's in a perfect spot under the ring. Another goal. 31 all. 6 minutes to go. Oh. Queensland need to come forward. There's a little bit of bunching there. They need to open up that space on the court. That is easy for me to say. I'm up here like in a bird's nest looking down on it. When you're out there on court, you don't see it like you do when you're looking over the top of it. So, yeah, I can commentate and say all these lovely things, but out there, it's a different kettle of fish. You need to, I suppose, train for this, be aware of it, and know if we're all in the same person's vicinity, one of you have to make space. And then you know when it's your time to offer. It's our timing. Okay, what's happened here? We've got a penalty pass, and that was a beautiful triangle straight in. Triangle feeding and placement of the ball into the circle is, again, very hard to defend. When you've got shooters that just get the ball so easy and the defences are shutting them down, we need to just open it up and keep the defences' heads turning so they don't know which shooter's going to end up getting it. And I meant the shooters can't get the ball easy. All right, so that's a fumbled ball. Ball goes out of court. It's now a Queensland possession. There's still only one in it, so anyone could win this game. And there's only 4 and a bit minutes to go. Queensland goal shooter has beautiful front space there. Nice pass off. Goal attack was open, nobody on him, and goal attack scores 33-31. Queensland centre pass. It gives them a bit of an edge, and they've just wasted that. A little bit too much touch on that pass and went straight through the goal attack's hands. New South Wales have possession. Great, nice open drive, but a poor pass. However, umpire calls out, I think. Yes, she did. She called out of court. So it's a New South Wales throw-in, and New South Wales are waiting to see what their best option is. Again, they're just moving the ball around. Queensland don't seem to be able to shut it down. And they did, but they contacted. So now New South Wales get a pass or shot. And I doubt he will miss because he's hardly missed all game. And it's won the difference again. Queensland 33, New South 32. Hands over by Queensland. A good challenge there by the Queensland defender. He's put out of play though, and refeeds, New South refeeds, and tries for the big pass, didn't quite make it, and Queensland end up with possession. So they're just controlling their play until now. And, beautiful pass in. Should have passed off because he knew he wasn't in a good space to shoot. And they risked losing it, but they got it back. Here we go. Queensland, small pass, goal attack's getting himself into a comfort zone and shoots. It's now, Queensland have a 2-goal lead, that's all. And a centre pass. That takes a little bit of pressure off. But out there, they probably don't even know that. They just know it's too close for comfort and they're going as hard as they can. Another goal, another miss for Queensland. Rushed it a little bit, tries to defend and get it back, misses. Two defenders on one, and that left the other New South player out, easy to find. New South Wales right at the circle. Feeding from the circle is really good habit to have because, we can all put a long ball in. Yeah, it looks great. New South Wales scores. 1 goal the difference again. It looks great to put in that long ball, but like I said before, they're easier to pick off. The hunters find them quite easily, where if you feed at the circle, they're much harder to defend. So the shooter normally ends up with possession. Now we've got Queensland passing the ball back and forth just to keep possession until it's open and fine to get the ball through just like that. Now, umpire saw something there. Must have been an arm holding off the defender. Queensland intercepts that long ball. Queensland in possession again, and now they find their goal attack in the circle. Goal defence obstructs. And goal by goal attack. It is now 35-33 with 1 minute to go. I tell you, you can score a lot of goals in a minute. Unfortunately, I can speak from experience losing games like that. Okay, Queensland have possession. They're playing the ball around until they're in that nice, tidy space, get the defender out of the way, and another goal. It's now 36-33. New South Wales centre, and they'll do what they can. Unfortunately, they tried to force it and stepped in a little bit, but where the defender was, and lost possession from that. However, Queensland end up with the ball, and they're just playing nice and simple by the looks. Get closer to the post, keep those defenders moving so that they aren't in the way. Missed goal, penalty pass or shot, and Queensland scores again. The score will be 37-33, and that is time. May I say, Queensland won that game. That was amazing work. They worked as a team. They lost it a little bit in the middle and then came back good in the end, just in time. I cannot say enough how well New South Wales played to be down by the amount they were in the beginning, and they chipped away and came back at it to take that to quite an exciting finish. That was fabulous. They should go home or back to their apartments very proud of themselves, the New South Wales team. They worked hard to get that score, and they've got some great talent. Queensland, I'm sure, even though they won, they're going to go home. They're going to go over that game and say, what should we have done better? Where did we drop off? How can we make that not happen in our next game? So may I say, our Queensland under-17s regional team, they come from far and wide, but they did a great job considering they really only had 2 full sessions together. New South Wales, well, they've got some great players coming through. We've all got a future of amazing men's netball in our grasp. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I haven't bored you too much, and have a good day.